India has deployed 50,000 troops to its border with China. The military build-up has sparked concerns of a fresh conflict in the Himalayas after 12 months of high tension.
A year after India and China accused each other of intrusions in Ladakh, New Delhi appears to be shifting towards a more offensive military posture. It has sent 50,000 more troops to the disputed border with China. With the latest deployment, India now has 200,000 personnel stationed there, 40% more than the number it had last year. China has also stepped up military training in the area. The People's Liberation Army has conducted more than 100 joint exercises to boost troops' combat capabilities. It has also boosted infrastructure, including new runway buildings and airfields. But it would not comment on the new troop movements. There have been sporadic clashes along the 3,000-kilometre long shared border known as the Line of Actual Control. But last year was particularly violent, with at least 60 fatalities.
For the latest, we're joined now by Ishan Garg. He's in New Delhi. Ishan, a significant deployment at the border. What signal is India trying to send with this military build-up?
Well, this is certainly very aggressive posturing. Now, the Indian government or the Indian army have not commented on why such a massive buildup of troops is taking place at the moment. But experts are saying that this looks like aggressive preparation, where the intent is not to show aggression, but rather to prepare India's borders. Now, there have been concerns in the past. India has certainly alleged that there have been encroachments on territory that India considers its own. And experts are saying that there are Chinese tactics in use, where Chinese soldiers walk in 3 steps into the Indian border and take 2 steps back, and thereby occupying a piece of territory in that process. And that's why they say that the Indian government is now sending more troops to the border, because it's important to remember that while 50,000 troops have been sent recently, a buildup of troops has been taking place very gradually. We have seen deployment of artillery and light military vehicles along the border in the past 2 to 3 months. And we've also seen the French-made Rafale planes being deployed in the northeastern border. So it does seem like at the moment there is a severe crisis of faith between the two nations. The confidence in the relationship is extremely low. These two nations had promised after last year's clashes that there would be de-escalations. But given from what's been happening in the past 2 months with the buildup of troops along the border, it seems like de-escalation is certainly not taking place as of this moment.
And how concerned are officials, Ishan, about another escalation with China?
Well, that is the main concern at the moment. We have seen just last week India's external minister, Mr. Jaishankar, saying that the issue with India-China relationship is China. He completely said the responsibility lies with China, because that's the nation which has been encroaching on Indian territory, he says. He's also said that because of China's motives and intentions are not clear, and because the country does not hold up its end of the bargain, it's becoming very difficult to deal with China. And as we have seen in the past few months, after last year's clashes, several rounds of diplomatic as well as military talks have taken place, and they have all pretty much broken down after this massive buildup of troops, because these countries said that they would disengage from the borders. But there is concern amongst experts that just by the virtue of deploying more troops, the tension is going to build up in the border regions. And there is expectation that troops along the border are going to be patrolling more aggressively. And that means that even the most minor of the slip-ups there, even the smallest of the clashes there, could end up in a major dispute between the two nations. And that could have huge geopolitical ramifications across Asia and certainly along the world.
Ishan, thank you for that update. Ishan Garg there in New Delhi.